Okay, so it looks like we're starting up. Let's see. I am not on the play. Three Swamps, Urborg, Inquisition, Smallpox, Liliana. This looks like a pretty decent hand. I mean, I probably don't need the Urborg. I could use something else besides it, but I'm on the draw, and I'm not going to mulligan. Okay, so he plays Misty Rainforest. I'm going to Inquisition, and with any luck, see what's in his hand so that I know what he's on. I could daze, something like that. If he does, I'll take the tempo loss for him. Spell Piercer Daze is my bet. Brainstorm. Okay, you know, hide the good stuff. That's his plan. Which, you know, Brainstorm. You know, Brainstorm is a very High Tide. I love it. I love High Tide. I think it's such a great deck. Oh man, this is excellent. I love playing High Tide. Plus, it seems like a decent matchup. So I'm going to take a Merchant Scroll here because I can only take one of two, even though it does, you know, doing that does nothing. So he plays Island. What did he have in his hand? He had Turnabout, Island, Time Spiral, Merchant Scroll, Turnabout. And so he has two lands in play and maybe another land in hand if he drew something. Okay, so he could go off next turn. I think I'm going to have to Smallpox here. I mean, it's probably not likely that he goes off, but what do I think I can discard a Swamp here. Yeah, there's no reason I can't. I mean, Curse Scroll doesn't do that much in this matchup, but nonetheless, it's better to have a threat than an extra land that you'll get in a couple draw steps anyway, because with this deck you just so it looks like he discarded the other Merchant Scroll. Him to try now. Gonna drop Curse Scroll. I really wanted him there, or an Inquisition. Let's hope he can't go off next turn, and that he doesn't draw a Force for the Liliana that I am going to play. Okay, so he's not going off. That was a perfect draw because that's what I'll discard. So Mutavault goes out before Mishra Factory because it can be pumped by Mishra's Factory. I assume he's going to Spell Pierce this, or yeah. I mean, he can't really let that resolve. I mean, I guess I could have waited around. Maybe I should have. Maybe that was a mistake on my part. Because, you know, I have to assume that he's got... Crucible of Worlds doesn't really do anything. So I'm just going to try to beat him. You know, I'm not in a good position now. Maybe I should have waited... But it's kind of like, well, you can jam Lily now, and he Spell Pierces it, or you can wait a few turns until you have Spell Pierce mana, and he's drawn Force or a hard counterspell. It's, you know, I think that even though it didn't go well, it was probably the right play to just go ahead and play it. I mean, I could have waited for Inquisition. You know, who knows how it goes. I mean, he reveals Brainstorm, which means he either has High Tide, Okay, that was a live draw. Very live draw. He doesn't brainstorm his double high tide. So this is not good. You know, brainstorm gets him that other land that he needs. If I take a brainstorm that and he could just top deck a land. I think if I take a high tide, he can still go off. I feel like brainstorm is the right call here. So we're going to begin combat, attack him for 3 again. Declare attacks. I mean, I very possibly just lose the game next turn. But even if he draws a land here, he might wait. He might just wait for a bit. I do love High Tide, though. Him to Turok, something great. Yes. Lily's pretty nice here. Although, it may not be good enough. It may be too late. Really, Swan Song. Wonder why he couldn't counter Lily with Swan Song, so let's see what he gets. Hopefully not a land. He gets Brainstorm. So Nether Void Nether Void is a hell alive top deck right here. Hell alive. I'm guessing that I'm gonna lose this game. I mean, I think that I have this turn to draw. I mean, unless he wants to wait. Wasteland does absolutely nothing. We go ahead and play it. What's our best move? To just attack for 4 and uptick? Yeah. Uptick. So Cunning Wish. Still, High Tide is on. I like High Tide. Yeah, he's going to go off. Turnabout. Untap his lands. Maybe he bricks. We'll see. One pet peeve of mine. I don't see why... When you can play with old border cards, I don't see why you don't. Why don't you play with old border cards like these islands and this island? Yeah, I mean, okay, but do I just F6? Yeah, I think I can F6 here. I mean, I don't. Okay, so let's hope he bricked. If he did brick, you know, he probably didn't. Plays an island for the turn. High Tide. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and F6 here. And at some point, when I see, yeah, with Merchant Scroll, I'm pretty sure he's got it. But I'll let him do it. It's fine. See how he wants to beat me. Because I want to see if maybe if he's playing Candelabra. You know, I haven't seen Candelabra. I would like to see I'd like to know if he's playing Candelabra so that I can, you know, if he's playing with Candelabra, I bring in Pithing Needle. Tapping out for another time spiral. Yeah, okay, he does have Candelabra. So, you go ahead and untap 4 lands here. Yeah. And it's fun to watch High Tide go off. I like High Tide because I used to, before my days when I realized Pox was the only deck I ever wanted to play, I had a High Tide deck. I didn't have Candelabras, unfortunately. Curtis would have let me borrow his, except for the fact that he had them stolen at an SCG event. He had 2 Candelabras that were in a binder that were stolen from him, which was a bummer day, a very big bummer day. In fact, I think that might have been my very first SCG event that I ever went to, that he got his 2 Candelabras stolen. I was at the time playing Land Still, and got totally walloped because I had no idea what I was doing. And now I just realized that okay, yes. I am totally dead. I'm going to concede to that. Obviously. Okay, so Brain Freeze. Alright, so Innocent Blood is dumb. Crucible of Worlds is dumb. I mean, in this matchup. Toxic Deluge is dumb in this matchup. Smallpox, Nethervoid, Meanwhile, Misha, Lily, Inquisition, yeah. That's all fine. We definitely want all 4 extirpates. That seems great. We want Nethervoid. We can take out 2 Curse Scroll for 2 Pithing Needles. That's what we're doing. Because in this matchup, you know. Okay, I'm going to play first. Yes. Ugh. This is not... It's Inquisition Sinkhole. It's not like a really powerful hand. I mean... you know, I feel like I can have a better hand than this. Of course, thing, you know, you go down to 6 and it's just like, ugh, but I feel like this isn't enough. This is not enough. This is not enough gas. You know, I'm Inquisition, Sinkhole, and if I top deck 2 Swamps, I'm done. So I'm going to mulligan. Okay, see, this is much better. That was the right move to mulligan. Okay, so OP mulligans. That's always wonderful. Now, no, I'm not going to mulligan again. Play a swamp, pass the turn. 'Cause, Great. Talk about the worst draw imaginable. I could play him here or Sinkhole. I think I do Sinkhole because I'd rather Sinkhole get forced than him, and because, you know, if him does get through, I kind of want him to have fewer cards in hand. I hope he doesn't have misdirection. Okay, he lets it occur. Misty. So I'm great. Nether Void is great. Brainstorm or Spell Pierce. Swan Song, so it gives me a 2/2 guy. Okay, do I play Curse Scroll here? No, because it's... No, I don't play Curse Scroll here. I could, but... Floodplain? Oh, he doesn't... He has to play with crappy fetches. Let's do Liliana. And it resolves, which I am very pleased about. Because I suppose he could just go off next turn, which would be awful for me. If he has everything he needs, then he just goes off. He shuffled, so... Okay. Let's hope I get another turn. Oh, man. That is not what I wanted at all. Well, I kind of... You know, what do... Is it time to extirpate or not? You know, smallpox is okay here. I mean, but I really wanted to land there so I could see Nether Void, and I feel like I think I just have to wait. We're gonna... Okay, so here's the question. Do I smallpox here? I think I have to extirpate in smallpox. Means I lose Nether Void, but I think I have to. I really think... I think I extirpate first to see if he can go off next turn. And if he can, I have to play smallpox. So we're gonna extirpate Brainstorm. to see what he has in his hand. Hopefully, so he does have High Tides in his hand. He has a Brainstorm. He's not, he's not going off next turn. He's not going off next turn. He's got 2 High Tides in hand. Okay, so that was a... Okay. Now, I assume these smallpoxes... I'm going to go ahead and run the smallpox into a counter. I'm pretty sure he counters this. But maybe he doesn't. No, he didn't. And that's fine. I didn't think I was getting to that Nether Void one way or the other. Sack that. Make him discard. So, discard Spell Pierce. So he's got 2 High Tides. So actually, things are, if he, you know, if I draw into anything, any discard, Inquisition him, that should be game. That should be game if I draw into any discard. Well, if I draw to him, it should be. Smallpox again, yes. I will play Smallpox again. Yeah, I won. I won because of that. Okay. Because at that point he didn't have enough cards in his hand to keep on going. I think that we like our boarding just fine. Okay. I'm going second. I kind of feel like I have to keep this hand. I mean, it's risky, but it's kind of like if I draw a land, second turn Nether Void. If I draw a Swamp, Hymns, I think I can't. I mean, it's kind of like, you know. It's just kind of like, you know, either I have a great hand and I draw into a land, and I mean I have a really good chance of winning if I draw into a land, or I don't draw another skull. And I did. Awesome. Still the best decision. I think I have to Dark Writ him Extirpate is what I think I have to do, because if he gets a land, if he forces my Sinkhole and then he gets a land and he goes off, then he just goes off. If I him and he forces it, at least I have mana up for an Extirpate if he tries to go off, and I can Extirpate High Tide. Now he probably boarded 1 High Tide out, but it's the... Or I go for second turn Nether Void, which I don't think is a great move here. because I have no other lands, and then we're just kind of in this. I mean, I do expect to draw into more lands than he will. I mean, he should only have 18. Maybe that's the right play. Maybe this is difficult. Him. I'm just going to go with him because there aren't that many good plays, and I just think him is the way to go. I mean, if he has the stuff to go off next, I mean, I expected a counterspell, so, and he would have counterspelled anything I had. So either he goes off this turn or he doesn't. He doesn't. Okay. That's 6 mana for a Sinkhole and then another Void? That's what I'm going to try to do. That's okay. That doesn't really hurt me too much. I wonder if I... Now... But do I try to... I think I Dark Root into Lily here? He's kind of got me in a pretty hard spot. You know... Do I Dark Root into Lily here? I think I have to. Maybe he Spell Pierces. He should only do that if he expects to go off next turn. Well, okay. So, I mean, he could go off next turn. I don't really think that the way you want to go is countering Dark Rituals, but see, I draw a Sinkhole land. Another counterspell? I guess he's going to get High Tide. He's getting Turnabout. So maybe he has that. Oh, I forgot to attack, unfortunately. I forgot I had a creature. Now with Mishra's Factory and a bird, I feel fine if I draw a land here going Nether Void. Yes. Excellent. This game should be mine. I'm going to attack him for 6. And I forgot to attack with my bird again. Still, I should be fine. I need to remember to attack with my bird. There's a swamp. I twice forgot to attack with my bird. I mean, he's got to get up to 6 lands to be able to get rid of that Nether Void, so I should just be able to win. Especially with him missing a land drop. So I'm not even going to bother with Lily at this point. I don't see why I can't just win with what I have. Yep. Okay. So that was just a little not for money match against High Tide. I hope you enjoyed it. And until I see you again for Legacy or Spreading a Plague number 6, see you later.